So those limiting beliefs, they're often things like, I can't do that. I have no control. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not fill in the blank enough. One of my favorite mentors in the NLP world, she lovingly calls those our itty bitty shitty committee. Hello and welcome back to my NLP series. My name is Megan if you haven't seen the first two videos here, and if you haven't, be sure to click below so that you can go back and catch those two videos before you watch this one. Well, I'll see you when you get back. So we've talked about the three things that your brain does: distort, delete, and generalize, and the filters that your brain uses to create your model of the world. But what does this have to do with you reaching your goals and just transforming your life and affecting massive change? The reason that people often don't get the change that they're looking for is they change the wrong things. Often people are changing their behaviors and their habits, and the numbers change. They say maybe it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to create a new habit or behavior. And yes, you can do that. It's a long process, but unfortunately most people, it will never work because it takes a lot of motivation and a lot of willpower, both of which are finite resources. We only have so much, and when they're gone, they're gone. They're hard to replace. And so that's why changing these two things usually never works for people. You hear about, the smoker who can't seem to quit, and they've tried everything. They've tried the patches, they've tried the gum, they've done hypnosis, they've done it all, and yet they're still smoking. The reason people don't change their habits is because their habits are driven by this, our beliefs. Our beliefs, sometimes we're not even aware of what those beliefs are, is what runs our thoughts. And those thoughts create emotions, and from those emotions, that's what drives our actions and creates our behaviors and our habits, whether good or bad. So with NLP, what we do is we go do the deep dive. We do the deep work to get all the way down to these beliefs, figure out what's running this habit and how do we change it. You'll find that, I know myself, I've read a lot of books about creating new habits and changing bad habits into good habits. And some of the books are good and some of them are not so much. The really good books are the ones that do this. They go all the way down to this level because those authors understand that's where lasting habits and behaviors change from. That's how you get something to flip and turn around and create something that now serves you instead of doesn't serve you. Oftentimes, the habit is the problem that's not really the problem. We have to go underneath and start peeling back those layers to figure out what the problem really is. Often the kid who can't focus in school or is labeled with ADD doesn't really have ADD. Focus isn't their issue because when they're on the soccer field, they have no problem. They've got laser focus. They know exactly where they need to be on the field, where they need to get that ball to, and they are awesome. So focus isn't their problem. It's something deeper. When we start peeling back the layers of what we think the problem is to get down, often we get down to these beliefs that simply don't serve us. And they're kind of universal, and we all have them. Working on your limiting beliefs is a never-ending process. I have them. Any coach out there that you look to hire has them as well. And if they tell you something different, they're not being honest with you. I currently work with 3 different coaches for different areas of my life where I have limiting beliefs and I need help getting to that next level. I work with someone in the health space on my training. I have a business coach. I have an NLP mentoring and teaching coach. And they help elevate me and discover those limiting beliefs that are holding me back to move me into that next space. You will find all the greats out there are working with coaches who are trained in NLP. They understand the process of changing those beliefs to change your habits. We all know the great Tony Robbins. He's a master of NLP, but you know what? He has a coach above him as well. Everyone works with a coach if they want to get to that next level. So those limiting beliefs, they're often things like, I can't do that. I have no control. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not fill in the blank enough. One of my favorite mentors in the NLP world, she lovingly calls those our itty bitty shitty committee. And I love it. It's that negative self-talk that goes on in our head because of these beliefs. We get those crappy little thoughts. It gives us bad emotions, loneliness, lack of control, disempowerment, and then it creates these bad habits. And that's why we don't achieve the things that we're after. So in NLP, that's the solution we're after. We help you and work with you to pull back those layers, find out what the real problem is, all the way down at the bottom at those beliefs, and we help you shift and change that belief to one that will serve you and get you to where you want to be in life. And this applies in any aspect of your life. It can be in your career, it can be in your personal life with your relationships, it can be in your spiritual relationships, it can be in your health. This is limitless and can be applied to anywhere. So in the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about how I can assist you in coaching and the techniques that we'll use to actually change these by changing the source. So I will see you in the next video.